Top of the morning. Shout out to the bloomers. A couple pounds and a honey bun. You welcome to my chop. I like Brandy Land. Ain't been focused on the rap. Boss car made 9 burrito rap. With a mansion on it. Promise you no cap. I can't feel it for his baby mama. Blame it on the cap. He hit the pussy till she fell asleep. You go take a nap. While the beamer up a day. Girl, shout out to my labor. Alright, man. Take what? Big right now. Bitch, I do not piss ass. Pull up on your bitch out with a honey gang, man. They don't jump with the college while the fuck you hang with them. Playing with the so the gang had to get a trick. Too much ice on one man, got too much ice on one hand. Made a $250,000, I ain't kidding about it. You're Spain, pull up in a year, man. About to be my year, man. This is my podcast. Trying to man. Once in a hundred, boy, you welcome to my trap. My love already laughed. Ain't been focused on the rap. Shoot it. Boss car made 9 burrito rap with a mention on. I promise you no cap. I caught feelings for a bag of money. Blame it on the cap. Bought a beat my dice game. Ain't gonna be out there everyone. Got a bid at the hell. Kirk Frank clap. Rob who can take what? Kirk Frank clap. Alright. What's going on though, man? What's going on? Top of the morning, top of the morning. Man, shout out to Tennessee, Memphis, Nashville, Jackson, uh, Ripley, Knoxville, Kingsport, the surrounding areas. And shout out to the surrounding area, Texas. All the people that be coming on from out of state, uh, Arkansas, North Carolina. Shout out to the moderators. Shout out to the members, all the people that be coming through fucking with me. What's going on in the new hot topic today? It's been going on for a couple of days though, right? I don't know if y'all follow sports. Some of y'all do, some of y'all don't. But y'all follow podcasts, right? Y'all be watching, you know what I'm saying? Certain blogs and certain podcasts. And I was just damn, I broke it. I was just chopping it up with y'all the other day about, bloggers and podcasters that we listen to, right? Who y'all fuck with, who we fuck with. And I asked y'all about It Is What It Is podcast. Mm. Yeah, I asked y'all about It Is What It Is podcast. That's the camera on the make shot. So I seen it on there first. Then I asked y'all about Shay Shay, right? So we got Caitlin Clark. Uh, college basketball phenom, uh, athlete, uh, had a whole lot of crazy opportunities before she went to WNBA. Uh, Shoe deal, basically rich before she played the game, before she made it to the WNBA. So since she been playing, they've been rough on her. You know what I'm saying? They've been showing her this WNBA, this ain't college. So a lot of people been saying that it's jealousy. It's what else? All of the bad words that you can put, they jealous. Uh, some people done brought race up. Uh, so I want to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about the issue though, like, because I was listening to Monica McNutt, uh, basically on Club Shay Shay, right? And I also listened to Stephen A. Stephen A. got his own little podcast too, right? The Stephen A. Show. So I was listening to Stephen A. And he basically addressed Monica McNutt. She worked for ESPN. She actually on the Stephen A. Show, right? So he addressed something that she said, like they was kind of like having a little debate on ESPN. They cut the clip and he talked about it on his show, right? So he was basically saying how, he covered women's sports. He covered women's sports, and he kind of felt like she was uneducated on what she was speaking about. So then Shannon Sharp bring her on the nightcap. I think that's the nightcap with Ocho Cinco. He brought her on the nightcap with Ocho Cinco, so she can have a voice and be able to speak about the issue, like kind of like unfiltered, where she can get her point across. You know what I'm saying? So, in getting her point across, her and Shannon didn't agree on everything, but they were able to agree to disagree, but it was still out of good spirit. But she expressed some of them sentiments of how women could be a little jealous. You gotta think about it. When I look at this shit like this, man, I know for a fact Caitlin Clark ain't the best WNBA player. I never been a long line of hoopers who done been in the WNBA. But she might got the most hoop around, the most hype around her name. So I can understand if the WNBA been around 28 years. So if you got an establishment that's been around 28 years, it done been a slew of ballers who done been in the WNBA. I'm talking about shit, even just white ball. Diana Taurasi, she ain't fucking with Taurasi. She ain't fucking with Sue Bird. Uh, man, Simone Augustus, Maya Moore. Like, there's so many WNBA players who can ball and hooping. So it's like now, it just show you the power of social media and shit. If they want to elevate you, they'll elevate you though. You know what I'm saying? And now here it is. You got Caitlin Clark. They done elevated to, you know what I'm saying? Basically the face of women's basketball. And I can see why a lot of women who've been putting it down kind of resent it a little bit. Like, even though that's y'all moment, it's the break that the women been striving for and been wanting, I can see the resentment too. So that leads me to feeling like, okay, check it out. I feel like by StephenA coming out and addressing Monica McKnight, taking the clip down off of ESPN, addressing it on his show. Then you got Shannon Sharp, who brought Monica McKnight on his show, and they all work on the same show, work with StephenA. She worked for StephenA. He worked, I don't know if Shannon worked for StephenA or with Steve. It might be part of it. But StephenA is the face of ESPN. TV, you know what I'm saying? As far as the podcast and shit. So I feel like they're gonna bring a little tension there, you know, because Stephen A basically took the debate down off of ESPN and took it on his show so you could hear it from his perspective. And by Shannon bringing Monica on his show, you really get her perspective. And she still stood on her team, you know what I'm saying? So it could be an issue, and then I feel like it might be a little issue brewing. I feel like it might be a little issue brewing with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she probably could have called me first before you got on the show. Maybe that type of sentiment, them type of bad. But what do y'all think about? If y'all know anything about Caitlin Clark, what do y'all think about how everybody's just in a Caitlin Clark frenzy? The WNBA been around for, like I said, decades. Uh, do you think the women have a right to be a little jealous? Not even more so Caitlin Clark, was just like the whole establishment. Like, shit down they back to riding on private jets, and you know what I'm saying? Like, they doing a whole lot of shit different than, like, they being treated like professional athletes, basically. So on one end, you got you gotta kind of be thankful for Caitlin Clark, but then I can understand too feeling some type of way about her getting all the accolades. So like this shit, I'm pretty sure Caitlin Clark looked up to I don't know, maybe not. They said she played like Steph. So maybe she didn't look up to no WNBA players. She looked up to straight niggas hooping, men hooping. Or maybe that's what it is. Maybe she didn't pattern herself out there a female. Maybe she patterned herself out to men hoopers. So she can't identify with no women as hooping. So maybe that's what it is. I think if y'all go listen to Monica McNutt though, she break it down from a woman standpoint, from a lady who played basketball. She break it down like if you the lady who done brought, if you got the bag right now, sports is competitive. If I don't feel like I'm better than you, and I get a chance to play against your ass, I'm gonna show you this. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna rough you up. You know, it's not gonna be it's gonna be a tight one. So basically, she gotta adjust to the NBA, to the WNBA a little more too, though. You know, she gotta do all. It's some adjustment period got to go on too, though. But I definitely don't feel like, in my standpoint, I don't feel like it's racism because, like I said, there's been a whole lot of women from the beginning of time who kind of helped usher in WNBA basketball, Rebecca Lobos and shit like that. But nah, I just think though they don't like all the attention that she getting when the sport been around for years and years and years and years. And then there been a whole lot of cold women athletes. You know what I'm saying? The Candace Parr, Cheryl Swoops, and Cynthia Cooper. You know, it done been. But I would say at the same time you gotta embrace it because it's still putting light on the sport for women's basketball. So you gotta embrace it. So that's what I think. You gotta embrace it, man. It ain't so much it's Caitlin Clark fault. It's just the establishment fault. You know what I'm saying? It's the power of the be fault. When they want some shit to work, man, they know how to make it a domino effect. You know, when they want a certain person or a certain brand to lead the way, they know how to do this shit. So I don't blame her for doing nothing she doing as far as embracing her moment. And you gotta think, man, a lot of these people, like I said, they've been doing this shit for years. There's a lot of ambassadors of the game who, you know, when you look back at it, was still doing side jobs when they in the WNBA because you can't just live off the WNBA. So they still playing overseas, and here it is, man. You know, I can understand. Understand. I don't agree with everything, but I can understand. So for sure. I really want. I want you to get going though, yeah. I want to jump on this one to talk about Kaden Clark and Stephen A. and Shannon for sure. Though. Like I said, I feel like it might be a little something behind it though. You know what I'm saying? Behind Stephen A. and Shannon, uh, Stephen A. seemed like one of them motherfuckers once he feels some type of way, he feels some type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm I'm gonna pay attention to ESPN and see how much she be back on the show. See if he still keep her in the rotation and just see even the dynamic of him and Shannon Sharp relationship. Check it out. See what they are. Yeah. But I appreciate y'all fucking with me. Appreciate y'all checking in. I'm gonna jump back on later with some city politics. Uh, yeah. Talk about some city politics, like man, it's a lot of shit floating around. Uh, I did this little podcast. I'll be jumping. Shout out to Cypress TV. I'll be jumping on Cypress channel. So I'm saying, jumping in the panel. And last night I was listening. They had a decent topic. Decent topic last night, for real. But I'm out of here though, yeah. I get with you. Appreciate y'all fucking with me. And like that.